Hello and welcome. For the next few minutes, I'm not just going to talk at you, I'm going to take you through something, an experience, a shift. Because by the time we're done, you won't just understand what's been holding you back, you'll feel something inside you change. You'll start seeing things differently, not just your thoughts, but the way your reality has been shaping itself around you this whole time, without you even realizing it. And once that shift happens, everything begins to fall into place effortlessly. So here's what I ask. For the next few minutes, let go of distractions. Give yourself this moment fully, completely, because what you're about to hear isn't just something to learn, it's something to step into. So let's begin. I want you to go back to a moment in your life when something you really wanted just wouldn't happen. A relationship, a job, an opportunity, something you kept thinking about, hoping for, maybe even obsessing over. And no matter what you did, it just wouldn't manifest. Now, contrast that with another moment, a time when something amazing came together without effort. Maybe you barely thought about it, maybe you didn't even care that much, yet somehow it happened, like magic. Why? Why do the things we chase seem to run further away, while the things we're relaxed about flow to us with ease? Well, there is a hidden mechanism behind this. In fact, many people either haven't paid attention to it or simply have no idea it even exists. First, let me tell you why this happens, because once you fully understand this, I'm going to give you a simple but powerful way to start using it intentionally. And once you start applying this, you'll see a dramatic shift. The very things that once felt out of reach will start flowing toward you effortlessly. So listen closely, because this is the moment everything changes. The universe, or more accurately, your reality, isn't something that's happening to you. It's something that's responding to you. And this is where most people get stuck. You're not waiting on reality to change. Reality is waiting on you. Think about it. How many times have you wanted something so badly, but it just wouldn't come? And then the moment you stopped caring, the moment you let it go, boom, it showed up. That's not a coincidence. That's the law. Because when you chase, when you obsess, when you keep looking for proof, you're telling reality that you don't have it. And reality will always mirror back the state you're in. But the moment you stop needing it, stop checking, stop trying to control it, that's when it starts moving toward you. Not because you gave up. Not because you stopped wanting it, but because you shifted into the version of you that already has it. And when that happens, everything aligns. This is exactly what Neville Goddard was trying to get you to see. He said, assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, and that assumption, sustained, will harden into fact. Now think about that for a second. He didn't say hope for it. He didn't say wish for it. He said assume it. An assumption isn't trying, it's knowing. When you assume something is already yours, you don't chase it. You don't keep looking for signs. You don't sit there wondering when it will come, because in your mind it already has. And that's exactly why doing nothing is the key. Because the moment you assume it's done, you stop interfering. You stop overthinking. You stop doubting. You stop trying to force it into place. And that's when things begin to move. Because reality finally has the space to shift without resistance. You've probably noticed that the things you desperately want take forever, but the things you don't really care about show up effortlessly. Why? Because when you don't care, you're not blocking it. You're not attached. You're not micromanaging. You're not in a state of waiting. And so it flows. So the real question is, how do you use this to bring everything you've ever wanted into your life without pretending you don't care? Because let's be real, you can't fake detachment. You can't just sit there and tell yourself, okay, I don't care anymore, while deep down you're still checking, still waiting, still hoping. That's not letting go. That's pretending to let go. And reality doesn't respond to what you say, it responds to what you actually feel. So, how do you actually do this? How do you detach without forcing it, without struggling to feel nothing, without tricking yourself into a state you don't really believe? Because once you understand this, everything changes. That's exactly what I'm about to show you. Stay with me. The first step, the very first step, stop chasing. Right now, whether you realize it or not, you've been in I need this to happen mode. And that mode is keeping you stuck. Because every time you think, where is it or why isn't it here yet? You're reinforcing the fact that it's not here. And the truth is, if you already had it, you wouldn't be searching for it. So let me ask you, if it was already done, how would you feel? Would you be anxious? No. Would you be constantly checking? No. Would you be doubting? No. You'd be relaxed, confident, certain, and that's exactly the energy that makes it show up. Because once you stop searching for proof, once you stop waiting, once you stop looking for signs, you step into the energy of already having it, and that's the energy that pulls it toward you effortlessly. So from this moment on, stop looking for it. Stop waiting for it. Stop questioning when it's coming. Instead, step into the energy of knowing. And the moment you do, everything starts shifting. Now, let me show you how to stay in this state without falling back into doubt. Stay with me. The second step. Now that you've stopped chasing, the next step is staying in the state of already having it without slipping back into doubt. And this is where most people mess up because at first, you might feel confident. You might feel like, okay, I've got this. I know it's already mine. Uh, but then a few hours pass, a day, maybe two, and suddenly that little voice creeps in. Wait, but where is it? That moment, that's the test. Because the second you start searching again, doubting again, checking again, you undo everything. You slip right back into the energy of not having it. So, how do you stop that from happening? You make peace with not knowing when or how it will happen. Read that again, because this is where the real shift happens. Most people can assume for a moment, but they can't let go of the timeline. They can't surrender the how. But if you can, you become unstoppable because the moment you stop obsessing over when it will come is the moment you prove to reality that you already have it. And and when you're no longer chasing, no longer waiting, no longer desperate for signs, it has no choice but to show up. So from this moment forward, when doubt creeps in, do nothing. Let it pass. Let it go. Because when you can sit in that space without reacting, without forcing, without needing, you step into effortless receiving. And that's when everything starts moving toward you. Now let's talk about the final step, the part that locks this into place permanently. Stay with me. The third step. At this point, you've done the two most important things. One, you've stopped chasing. You're no longer operating from a place of waiting, searching, or hoping. Two, you've stayed in the state. You've learned how to sit with uncertainty without breaking the energy of already having it. Now comes the final step, locking it in and letting it flow. And here's the key. You must make peace with the silence before the manifestation. This is where most people fall apart because after they stop chasing and settle into knowing, they expect an immediate shift. They think, okay, I'm doing everything right, so where is it? And that thought alone pulls them back into waiting mode. But here's what you need: expect an immediate shift. They think, okay, I'm doing everything right, so where is it? And that thought alone pulls them back into waiting mode. But here's what you need to understand. There is always a gap between assumption and reality catching up. That gap, it's not a delay, it's alignment. Reality isn't testing you, it's recalibrating itself to match your new state. So in this final step, your job is simple. Keep living your life. Stay in ease. Refuse to stress about it because when you can hold that energy, when you can sit in silence without scrambling to make something happen, it will come. And the best part, it won't just come. It will come in a way that feels effortless, natural, and even better than you imagined. So from this moment on, when doubt creeps in, when impatience starts pulling at you, do nothing. Not because you don't care, but because you already know it's done. And once you can do that, you'll never chase again because everything you want will start chasing you. So now you know, manifestation isn't about doing more, it's about allowing. The moment you stop chasing, stop checking, stop waiting, everything falls into place. You don't have to force it. You don't have to beg for signs. You don't have to wonder when or how. Because when you truly step into the state of already having it, reality will begin to shift to match it. And now it's up to you. You can go back to overthinking, second guessing, and waiting, or you can do the one thing that changes everything: nothing. So here's what I want you to do. Type "I let go" and it flows in the comments to lock this in. Declare it. Feel it. Let it be final. And if this resonated with you, like this video, subscribe and share it with someone who needs to hear this. Because sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is nothing at all.